What? First off, I gotta say the packaging on this is so premium. Like, these look nice. Ooh. Attention to detail, gotta love it. This random cable is for the installing. I have the front installing version. If you don't know what that looks like, it's you can do it by the passenger door instead of going through the back to leave the back accessory port open for future stuff maybe. I'm not gonna do an install video for this because Enhance Auto already has an excellent one on their channel. I'll leave a description down below. Go check it out if you want to see how to install it because it's super simple and they have a perfect video already. Anyways, I'm gonna go install this and then go test it out because I'm pretty excited. Let's go. So the main thing is actually the control module that is plugged into the car. That kind of lets you unlock all these features that the car already has, but you didn't quite have controls over them. They were more or less locked away from the software. The car can do it, but with these buttons or the app, now you can actually control these features. The app allows you to customize all the features that the buttons can do, or even the new sexy knob that came out recently. And it just allows you to choose what the button's functions will be with single press, double press, long press. There's a multiple different things here when you go through it and into it, different options you can do and what you can customize. I personally like having the added information when it comes to things like battery temperature, because that can factor things like your performance, which is kind of cool. The two things I actually really like is one is being able to actually precondition your batteries without going to a Tesla supercharger. So for me, if I'm going more north, there's not as many Tesla superchargers. So for when I want to use government chargers, the computer in the car doesn't know I'm going to one, so it's not going to precondition the batteries for supercharging. So having the ability to actually turn that on when I need to is really helpful. And then the other thing I like is actually being able to see the battery temperature, because in the winter, knowing the battery temperature can actually help you with things like, is your battery warm enough to actually receive a supercharge efficiently? And other things like, will your regenerative braking be working correctly? So that sort of information is actually pretty useful. Without the buttons or the knob, just the functions you can do with having the commander plugged into the car, giving you access to all these features, there's some neat things you can do. Like as I showed in the skit at the start, you can have the door present itself when you walk up to it, having different functions with the door handles. Like for instance, you can set your back door handle to do unlocking the charge port so that you don't have to go into the car to unlock it when you're using third-party chargers, or use your front door handle to pop the front trunk. So little things like that, they're just quality of life things that you never knew that you actually wanted. So I've explained what I like about it and what I use it for, but there's a lot of different use cases and it's different for everyone. So we're gonna go talk to some of my buddies that also have the product and what they like it for. Kyle, what do you use your buttons for?
Well, first thing is right here, it would be the open frunk. I press it once, frunk open. Oh, you don't see that, but there's one more right here. It's on the hidden one right here. You don't see a lot, but this one is for the glove box. Once and glove box opens. I can't see what's in there, but hey, that's the two main things I use. And it's perfect. And finally, I have double press here for 40 mirrors. And that works perfect every time.
Hey Sam, what do you use your buttons for?
I've got two of my buttons set up in the back so my rear passengers can use the heating options and the fan options, so they don't have to annoy me every time, so they can just get to it.
It's largely also because he does have the knob, so he doesn't use the buttons in the front, just the back for the passengers for the heated seats.
Yeah, pretty much. So it allows them to set it wherever they want and just toggle through it.
Which is a great thing to do, honestly. I think that's super smart.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Sam. Hey, Arjun.
Hey, Jake.
What do you use your buttons for?
I have two buttons mounted here. One I use for autopilot nagging, and then the other I use toggling between sport and chill mode. And then I also have a third button over here that I use for turning on and off the brake regen. And yeah, that's my trifecta.
Now this video is not sponsored by Enhance Auto. I generally just like their products and the fact that they're always innovating and trying to add more features to make their products better. Even while filming this video, I have found another use case for their buttons that is really, really useful. You know how you can tilt the mirrors down when you go into reverse? I personally don't actually like how they do that by default. That's something I turned off, but I do find it quite useful if I'm parallel parking. But now if you want to change those settings in the menus of the car to actually allow you to tilt them down, it's not the easiest process to be doing, and I think you actually have to have the car in park to change those settings. But with the buttons, you don't have to. You can just hit one of the buttons and it'll change the setting for you so that when you put the car in reverse, the mirrors will tilt down. And so this is just another use case that I find very useful with these buttons. And you'll find that if you check out Enhance Auto on their Instagram or any other social medias, they're very active about trying to bring new features and talk to the community and see what you guys want for features with their product. And I think that's really cool and definitely something that's underrated. And this is why I think this is easily the best accessory upgrade that you can get for your Tesla. And I would definitely recommend checking it out. Save that for later. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching.